What is up, world? Welcome back, Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck, and we got to get into Stephen A. Smith as he is doubling down on his presidential run. So guys, if you have been following my channel, if you guys have watched my last video, I made a video talking about Stephen A. Smith running for president in 2028 and how he is being groomed and how Jason Whitlock, out of all people, was actually correct about Stephen A. Smith. He has been exposing Stephen A. Smith the last 2.5 years on how Disney and ESPN had been grooming him, which kind of makes sense, guys, because Stephen A. Smith, who is no fool, who knows how to play his role. And, you know, Stephen A. Smith went from saying that he was not interested in running for president, right? You see him going on CNN every other week, which contradicts that. And he literally will say he's not interested in running for a presidential election. And the whole time, Stephen A. Smith had a trick up his sleeve, right? You see here in this article where Stephen A. Smith says he's strongly considering presidential run, has been approached by politicians. Now, I want you guys to look at Stephen A. Smith post on X, formerly known as Twitter, where he posted this: "Time to stop messing around. Life is great, especially at ESPN/Disney. Hate the thought of being a politician, but sick of this mess. So I'm officially leaving all doors open." Now notice, guys, he shouts out ESPN/Disney, but I want you guys to notice where he says, "but sick of this mess." I wanted to know what exactly Stephen A. Smith means by sick of this mess. And if I have to be a better man, guys, I believe that Stephen A. Smith is referring to all of the hostility at First Take. We've seen report after report that there is a lot of tension with Stephen A. Smith amongst his peers at First Take. You see some people coming out anonymously calling out Stephen A. Smith, saying that he's a buffoon, he's arrogant, and he just yells and it gets under people's skin. You got some people over there that don't like Stephen A. Smith or Shannon Sharp because they are the main draws. They're taking a lot of pieces of the pie and they're taking a lot of the doge, if you guys know what I mean. And this has soured a lot of relationships at ESPN. And I think that Stephen A. Smith may just be tired of being a fraudulent person and being an industry plant. He wants to welcome all options and exhaust all open doors because Stephen A. Smith is all about creating the next lane and image to keep him going. Now, if you ask me, I think that this was all strategically planned. If you guys look here, this was something posted a year ago, right? 1 year ago, Stephen A. Smith had these words to say. Now, Stephen A. Smith is really good at straddling the fence. I mean, we see him go out there for all purpose reasons. He got behind the Democrat Party this time, right? He claimed to be independent, but he got behind the Democrat Party while at the same time echoing the values of the other party, right? Which is why I call him a middleman, because you're speaking out of both sides of your mouth. I mean, which side are you on? Are you on the left? Are you on the right? Are you independent? We don't know, right? So he claims to be on the left. He claims to be a Democrat. But I believe that they are positioning Stephen A. Smith a big opinionated, a big personality, and a person that doesn't mind, in my opinion, embarrassing himself whether he's right or wrong. And I think that's what the party is trying to do. I think that they're trying to shift directions. They want to fall under other face values. They want to reason or get behind somebody that they feel like will be a breath of fresh air to the left wing. You guys do the research yourself. I'm just here to deliver this news. I tend to be heavy into politics, guys, but I try to come from a fair bias point. I try to understand both sides, but I always tell people, man, just stick with who makes you comfortable and who aligns with your beliefs. And that's just all I can say at this point, right? Now, you guys remember how I told you Stephen A. Smith was saying that he was not going to run for president, how, I just got this new contract, not really into it, which if you guys are smart, you guys will see at the end of this contract will be near or close to 2028, or maybe he'll have a year and some change left when 2028 hits. But at this point, he's already groomed by Disney and ESPN, so anything can be reworked, especially if he's going to promote things in their favor. So, and that's just the name of the game. But let's look at this where it says, "I have no desire to do it," said Smith about seeking the office of presidency. "I'm living a pretty good life right now. Life's been good. The last thing that I would want to do is involve myself in politics." See what I mean? "I've always perceived politicians as being professional beggars. I don't say that derogatorily or anything like that. It's just the reality. You've always got your hand out for something. People always need favors in return. I'm not that guy. So I could never see myself as a politician. Again, guys, Stephen A. Smith, full of it. Stephen A. Smith saying that on one side, he doesn't want to be into it, and on the other side, forget it. All doors are open. I think I'm going to declare for 2028 presidential run, which in my opinion is why a lot of people always have a bitter taste in their mouth when it comes to Stephen A. Smith. They don't always want to let him all the way in because he himself is calling out politicians, but he literally acts like a politician. He literally kisses the babies in broad daylight and wants to be perceived as this button-up person. But in reality, Stephen A. Smith, he has a shady character, and that's just my opinion. But if I'm being honest, guys, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Stephen A. Smith finagled his way into someone's office or on someone's campaign polls. It is what it is. I made a video where it literally showed him going against people, and guys, he literally has a chance. This is America. This is the land of the free. And apparently, you guys, you can do whatever your heart desires. Over the last few weeks, I've had no choice but to get more serious about it. How do you not have a choice? I've been approached by people on Capitol Hill. I've been approached by people who are elected officials in the office, whether it's governors or mayors or what have you. People have legitimately, seriously asked me about it. I have no desire to be a politician, but I've decided that I'm no longer going to close that door. I'm going to keep my options open. I'm going to entertain the possibility if it comes in late 2026, 2027, where I look at this country and think it's an absolute mess and there's legitimate reason to believe that I indeed have a legitimate shot to win the presidency of the United States, I am not going to rule it out. Stephen A. Smith, man. And just look at how Stephen A. Smith videos. I mean, just the recent weeks, guys, and this has been going on in the making for the last 2 years, where you see most of his thumbnails are really 10% sports and 90% politics. I mean, look at this, guys. He's becoming overly invested in this because it's intriguing to him. He's on CNN, MSNBC. He's on all the major news outlets. He's doing what he has to do to promote himself and put himself out there and literally try to act like he doesn't want to be a politician. This is literally what politicians do, by the way. So it's just funny to see Stephen A. Smith talk out one side of his mouth saying one thing and to say another thing. But guys, I'm not even playing. I don't think that people would take Stephen A. Smith seriously. I certainly wouldn't. I think that he's done enough at ESPN for the last 12, 13 years that shows me more than enough. And I think that at the end of the day, who knows, man, these people will pour millions and billions into a face, but not let that face say anything, just be the representation of a party, because that's just how politics go. So Stephen A. Smith, opening all doors. Your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Drop those comments in the comment section. Do you guys seriously see Stephen A. Smith running for the 2028 presidential election? I mean, this is almost Kanye-esque type of stuff, in my opinion. Thank you guys for your continuous support and for following the channel for as long as you have. And if you guys are new, I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell for future content, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.